Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of BSA TV. My name is Nikhil, and I'm the PRO, and I'll be your host today. Now, with me on the panel, we have a group of lovely people. First, I want to introduce one of our ambassadors, Taekwon. And I'm going to ask Taekwon one thing, Taekwon. As an ambassador, what does that entail? Being an ambassador for the Barbados Students Association.
Well, basically, I just make sure that the wider population and mostly the student population, because I study at UWI, know that there's a place that they could come if they have any problems, if they have any queries about anything, to make sure they're comfortable. Because it's hard studying at UWI already. It's hard studying in general. So it's good to have a place that you can call your home or your family, right? And that's what BSA is to the Barbados students. So I just like to make sure that everyone knows that there's a place for them at UWI.
Thank you so
what
much.
they do.
Thank you so much, Taekwon. You just heard from one of our ambassadors. Now to introduce the rest of the panel. To Taekwon's right, we have
Destiny. I'm your constitutional chairwoman for the year 2020 to 2021. If you want anybody that want all the smoke and prefer it to the Barbadian students, that's me. You understand? Nobody can unfair you. Even if you are a non-national and you want to join us, come see me. It's possible, We welcome all. I will fight for you, okay? I got you.
Thank you so much, Destiny. To Destiny's right, we have
Antonio Mayford. I know it's energetic as Destiny right now, but I'll say that I'm a guest here. So thank you, BSA KFL or Barbados.
BSA KFL.
KFL for inviting me to this, and I can't wait to get started.
cool. Lovely. Thank you so much, Antonio. Opposite him is none other than
Chanel Blackman, I am your president.
Oh, I thought you were going to say more.
Guess not. Yes, that's it.
Oh, it always stops. Oh, okay.
And last but certainly not least, to my left and Chanel's right, we have
Alyssa Lauren, and I'm the educational chair.
Lovely. Okay, so today, if you guys don't know already, we're going to be talking about attitudes towards dating relationships in Barbados. So basically, Bajan perspective toward relationships. And to kick us off, I'm just going to ask the panel, when you hear the word relationship, what comes to mind? What do you think about when you hear the word relationship?
Simping.
Is it the same thing? That's what you said?
She really said something, bro.
Yo.
You said it first thing.
I think it's just a partnership, And like she said, it could turn into simping, but that's when the partnership isn't like 50-50. Like, things have to be 50-50 regardless,
Okay, so Destiny says simping.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else?
Thank you.
The same thing as Taekwon said, partnership. With just people who intimately, who love each other intimately and stuff like that, I guess.
You want lemonade?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this brunching would be epic. Maybe a little comfort taco here. You can tell no one join us. Well, I mean, when this video is posted, he won't be able to come.
Cafe 195, guys.
But yeah, Cafe 195.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Right, so Destiny says simping.
You said the first thing that popped in my head. That's not the only thing, but it's the first thing.
And
Can't like.
Taekwon talked about partnership. Anybody else? What do you think about
Just
when you hear relationship?
Just for working together.
Yeah.
Relationship ain't gotta be mine and open.
Union.
Exactly.
Union between two people.
That's really it.
Union between two people. Okay, cool.
And it must be mutually beneficial. You understand me? That's what
They
I
want the
think about
parasite.
when exactly. That's what I think about a mutually beneficial relationship when they're talking about relationship.
And that is simping.
I never said that. You know what simping? A parasitic relationship. That's different.
I don't think.
But you,
But that
but-
is more common in our generation. You understand what I mean? That's why I
I
say it's the
understand.
first thing that came in my head.
Makes sense. I personally don't think that like simping itself is parasitic. I think it's just like, what's the other one?
Mutually beneficial.
Not mutually beneficial.
One benefit and the other don't.
Yes, that one.
Parasitic.
So,
Commensalism.
It's more like
that
that.
is no effect. Positive.
That's basically when like
That's
one
biology,
person.
babes.
Yeah, right. Biology.
Yeah.
None of these are biology majors.
None.
Spent
Zero.
1 year. That was it.
No, I am a
1 year.
B major.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's over there.
I
Sadly.
cut and run after a year. But yeah, honestly, when in those type of situations or simping, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, there's one person who's gonna benefit, and that's the person who is being sought after. You know, the other person who is simping, he ain't really getting nothing out of it.
Exactly.
Why
That's
not
what
be a he? Why not be a man? But you know, that's, I
She-
guess fair enough. That's how it
they,
nowadays.
whatever you identify as.
So have y'all simped before over everyone,
For
over
sure.
anyone? Simp.
For sure, 100%. Women have simp over me too. So I mean,
Exactly. You feel me?
Balance.
As a professional simp at this point, so but just take it. You
You
feel
don't
me?
gotta start that.
Nah. Just gotta find somebody that you can simp over. It's like when you like somebody a lot, you gotta find a person that likes you likes you back that much.
Exactly.
So the
Mutually
simping
beneficial.
is mutual simping. You get me? That's
But
how it's
like,
supposed to
that
be.
is a relationship,
That's how it's
bro.
supposed
That's a
to be.
relationship. But what
Mutual
I'm
simping.
saying is that in this generation, like if you look on social media and you look at these sort of things that people are trying to portray, I am saying that somebody is always getting the crappy end of this stick. And that's a problem. You understand me? So that is not mutually beneficial. And if
It
it's
isn't.
mutually beneficial, I want it.
I feel you. So is this something that you observe,
Yeah.
Or is it
I'm a
like-
scientist. I say
or is
no,
it just like
observe.
your trust issues, like put you in the
I've
headlock,
been
telling you like, yeah. I just asking.
A lot of women
I
get
ask-
wrong.
I just
That's
asking for
because of
science.
issues, to be
Uh-huh.
honest.
Exactly.
I just
But you
asking
said
for
exactly,
science.
but that still hasn't answered the question.
I am answering that question. Or I
got
can answer
you.
the question honestly.
I got
like,
trust issues too. Like I accept it.
Yeah, like sometimes there will be in situations that I don't necessarily like, but I won't say anything because I'm not. When it comes to feelings, I'm not a vocal person. Like I prefer to just shut down. You understand me? That's something that I deal with in private.
Okay.
But if you ask me, yeah, I got trust issues. I feel as though everyone does when it comes to certain things, and I don't allow too much of myself. Like even if you were in a relationship with me, right? I gotta reserve a special part of myself.
Me?
No,
Oh,
babe.
okay.
But if you, we can discuss that. We can discuss that.
Sounds parasitic to me.
You could cut out that part. Right. As it relates to relationships, I feel as though there's some part of yourself that you must reserve, and that must be a private space. That must be area where you go to recuperate. I don't believe that your significant other should be entitled to every single part of your life, including your friendships or your acquaintanceships, have the same hobbies. There's nothing wrong with that, but what do you do outside of them?
There must be individuality, man.
Exactly.
That's understandable.
What's your identity outside of the relationship? It just can't be Nick and or Alyssa and. There must be just Alyssa or just Nick. You understand? And that's why I say when you're simping, you don't have no identity, and that's a problem.
Because like with me and Sheldon, we live in the same house, but they get me together all the time.
You live with your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. I didn't know that.
I feel as though that was
That's
common
real
knowledge.
like that. Okay.
I'm 21.
Cool, cool.
You're 21.
Yeah.
I was crazy.
If the long story is the whole end of the day, that would be a off video.
But you did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Continue
Yeah.
what you were saying.
So this is over a year now. So when he ready, he like gaming. Gaming is my thing. So I can go in bedroom, he can go and set up.
Better get him a
he set
PS5.
up. Who got PS5?
Money?
You're not shouting, you ain't getting no PS5.
But like he would go up and he would sit down and game and we'll go and read a book or study or something. I'll be cool. When we ready, go and get to eat and we can't be up on each other. All the time you
24/7.
would break each other mad.
Exactly.
Like it was cool and you know when first time you want to be up on each other.
No.
But then afterward it's like
I never had a moment.
There.
never
Then
had
we do
that?
it, do it up here. And
I want to be
that's
your
it.
space
And it's quite
24/7. That's me.
I
I want to
know
be
it
closer
get
to your
cursed.
So wait,
tattoos.
so wait,
I
how
used to
does that
do
work out for you?
Me?
Yeah.
I just need well, it has been working out pretty well. I just need to find a person who aligns with that, and that's it. And I have found people like that.
What for you?
Nah, for me, I used to think so. But when I got my own space and thing, and I used to have my woman in my space all the time.
You was
know,
getting
it sounds
tired of
real
it.
Good, you know, it's real nice to have your woman around you all the time.
But
then
then-
After
there's
a
things
while.
you won't do, you know, you be like, damn.
You
man.
want like a box
You know,
seat
you hit
here or there.
yourself.
You know, understand.
For example, together. You gotta get people to
For
look
example, if she
together.
stays over like 4 days, you know, you good in 4 days, but you know the next day is a game and day, you know?
You want to chill,
You
you
know,
boys
you
and
get to
play
see
some
her
game.
go, but you
We love to watch her leave.
You feel me? You feel me? You get by your own time.
Yes, I feel you. It's just like when I'm in a space with a person, I like to occupy a lot of physical affection. That's just me and physical space.
Okay.
Oh, so your love language is physical touch.
Physical touch and quality time.
Oh.
That's it.
You ain't got to touch me. Mine is gifts.
That's it.
And
I know it's gifts. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can
mine
tell.
is gifts and words of affirmation. You don't got to touch me at all. Just tell me you look good and buy me things. And they good.
Words
Okay.
of affirmation and physical touch.
Yeah, well, words of affirmation have to be at the top first. At the tip of the top.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
So what's your love language?
Physical touch. Affirmation. I don't know if I'll be up on you. I tell my child, if you walk in there, they're looking into the end. Hey, you got to go your business. I do what I do.
Can't relate. I like a lot of
Everything is
sex.
What's yours?
Can't relate.
Alright.
Can't relate.
Alright. I feel like that's a.
Can't relate.
I feel like everyone wants that. You know, that's a standard thing. You feel me? All the time.
I don't think so. There are some people who like she
But I
said,
mean, you
they'll be like, yeah, buy me
yeah.
things, call me good looking, and that's it. You ever got
Exactly.
That is a sugar baby.
No, it is not. It is a mutually beneficial relationship.
Oh, he
Because-
benefiting?
No, wait, pause. Here, tune. This is my thing, right? If I have a partner and his love languages are, because I'm straight, his love languages are words of affirmation and physical touch, then obviously I have to love him in the way that he
You meet him
receives
halfway.
it. You understand me?
Correct.
Exactly. So although
I
I
respect
might not
that.
be into physical touch and stuff like that, and I can live without it, I got touchy because that is how I show my affection. That's how he receives it. You understand me? So that's compromise.
Exactly.
And
That's
a lot
the
of people
thing.
can't compromise in this.
Yeah.
day.
You
It
got
is-
to compromise.
You do it how I want it, or
That's
No.
And now that Destiny said that, I was in a discussion with some person recently, and I was saying, we don't think about this, but human beings actually have what we call two love languages.
Exactly.
The one where you would want the person, or how you would want the person to love you, and then you also have to learn there so you can love them.
Yeah.
So even though as you said, your love language may be physical touch or something, and someone else's love language may be words of affirmation, they're not going to feel the same way about you touching them that you would feel with them touching you.
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
have to learn
To
their
love them
language,
in
and
the
then
way that they
becomes
want.
your secondary love language, because you then have to be able to then show that to that person. Because then if you don't, it wouldn't work, and you would just end up single.
Yeah.
That's
The thing
solid.
about words of affirmation too is like, I just believe that you can say, yeah, you love me, but if you can't come in a physical space with me and hang with me, that it don't register to me, you know? So I can't say words of affirmation. Probably third, to be honest. Because I could be in a space with a person and we not talking, I'll be good.
So you don't find that sometimes your secondary love language would be quality time, or like
It's like words of affirmation. Sorry, it's physical touch and then quality time. And then probably words of affirmation.
okay, so you got them right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it's words of affirmation, quality time, and then physical touch. It's like, because I'm so busy, I'm so involved in stuff, sometimes I like to myself and tell myself, yeah, I can keep going and going and going, but really and truly it's like, oh my gosh, I got so much to do. Just having some person there to just give me like, words of affirmation, it just keeps me going. And people know that I'm really busy. It just keeps me going. And the thing with quality time, funny enough, it's up there. But because I'm always busy, it's like, how does he have time to spend quality time with these people? But the thing is, if you can find some person who can spend quality time with you but don't restrict you from doing what you have to do, I think for me, that would work.
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff I have to do, I don't mind spending time with you at all. That's great. Once I don't feel as though me spending time with you will restrict me from also doing
what you gotta
what
do.
I have to do as well.
Yeah, and let me just explain something. Let me just put something out there, right? Because I know that when this video drop, they're gonna want to be like, oh, she's shallow, whatever. How she gonna get people to say up front that her love language is gifts and all that sort of thing. Let me tell you something, right? You can't expose me. I am openly Destiny, okay? You can't expose me. I said what I said.
That should be a
That's
YouTube
one.
channel. That should be a YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Openly Destiny. I want to change my name to
I
Openly
get trademark
Taekwondo.
it. But yeah, wait until I get that trademark. You're gonna go and pay me some money. But yeah, a gift for me, it could be anything from like something as big as a car, or like something as small as like a letter.
Yeah,
You
something
understand?
small. Yeah.
Something like a letter,
That's
like
fine.
write me a letter.
Buy
if
you
you
something
see
that you like to
something,
eat.
yes, like if you see
Yeah.
something, you be like, yeah, Destiny love that drink. Like Destiny love them boss juices. It could be something as small as that. That don't even cost you $2. You understand
Yeah.
me? It does not have to be. People when people think gifts, they always think that it has to be something that's extremely expensive, but that's not always the case.
not it.
You know?
True.
Thank you.
Or like one of the little box thingies with pictures and stuff like that.
Watch it there.
Sorry. Thank you.
Okay, so once again, Cafe Woman, so you
They don't miss.
You should come. You won't see us, but you should come. I think we really went into that first question a lot. I didn't expect all that commentary in just that one question. The next question, though, however, will cause you to probably chuckle or think more. Now, within Barbadian culture, there are certain words or phrases that we associate with relationships, like side man or side woman, or the red woman culture, or a foreigner man, your child mother or child father. Now, how has these words and phrases and these terms shaped the scope and the landscape of relationships in Barbados?
I think it's made everyone paranoid. And cautious.
I could say
I can't speak on this. I'm not in a relationship. Let me just sit back.
And
on a personal note, being, the red woman, Comba Marion, and the Scorpio.
Oh, Lord, that's the trifecta right there.
Lord. Jesus
Try
meant,
facts up, no good.
I would say personally, getting to know persons, you kind of see the hesitation at first. It's like, nah, B, you read. And then, so I don't text that quick. So it kind of, goes
That's
into
a
the whole,
compound issue, Chanel.
Paranoia.
yeah, she ain't no good. I never heard a man, I am the perfect woman. I will cook and clean. Please. But yeah, I was.
You don't hear what Cardi said? I know where to get ring.
Wait, a
I
red
know
woman
it.
that's cooking.
Ooh,
Thank you. I am outside.
Cook and clean and then I'm
I
not
am
let you in the
outside
hospital,
of
bro.
that box.
Whoa.
I'm here to say that those stereotypes have placed good people into bad positions. And very much so. I will not slash your tires. I will not. I promise you. Destiny will. Destiny will.
Oh, I won't though.
Thank you.
I won't. You just gotta get me in. Now listen, that's the thing, right? I don't offer somebody something if I know I don't like them. Honestly, if I want you in my space or if I make time for you, like say I drop some plans or you have a specific time that you could fit me in.
Is it side man or your main? Well,
I don't have any man. Let me just say that.
Yes, right.
Quote me on it.
Yeah,
You
boy.
have potential?
They watch that video and was
If
like,
I
have
have
potential?
potentials,
Like potential candidates?
potential candidates,
Potential candidates.
That's
Look,
why I
this-
get on this video and tell her it's again.
I feel like everyone has a potential candidate when you're single.
alright. That's the way it is. I will say that I am exclusive with any one person. However, I do have conversations with people like, getting to know you. Not saying that like it's that dealing type of way, right? But only one person that I'm talking to right now, and it's not talking like talking, I mean actual talking, could get exclusivity out of me.
okay. Here you.
Sorry, really actually he's the only person I talk to. Don't think about it.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I heard Antonio mention that it has persons paranoid. Like
Uh-huh.
all these terms and stuff, like hearing like
Yeah.
the red woman culture around horn a man or horn a woman. You say horn a woman? I don't know sure. I think they usually associate that with
Grab women.
with red women. But like have those words in any way changed the mentality of persons toward relationships?
Yeah,
Definitely.
because when you look at how, in school, movies really fairy tale wise, make it for yourself, stuff like that. When in reality, that everybody's human, everybody's their own individual, We tell lies, we hide things, keep secrets, that type of thing. And when you get into a relationship and you realize that when you see your partner as not just the love of your life, but as human, and then while hearing everything outside, you get cautious because social media also tells us that we should be cold as well. That our heart, that we shouldn't open too much, that we should just be stone cold, just drop everything.
TB4L.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
And
That's the
Right.
claim. I don't hold the claim, but like that's the claim. You know,
and that influences other relationships.
it's green, so it's still recording.
Issues, not necessarily issues, but a lot of hindrance and stuff like that.
Honestly, just keeps people paranoid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like seeing all these things, like you would go on like,
Leave it pause.
Okay.
Just hold your point. Remember your point.
yeah, no
I can
problem.
get it.
Give me time to eat. This food's slapping, boy. I'm going.
Capital S is my name. Capital S H-A
Was that free mama?
N-I
God damn.
E-L-L-E.
I have one that's known that.
Capital
A bunch of
B.
two-
No space.
No space.
Capital B.
Dot. Enter.
You see it.
I see it.
You see the vision.
I see the vision.
Okay.
You the tall one with the homie at night. Let me a little spoon.
That'd be really
Yeah, take one.
I like this fantasy whole crowd. You know.
Alright, cool. Off camera. Off camera, you're talking about that.
Yeah.
I just think that like social media, like you said, has people paranoid, and we go on social media and we see all these stories and all that, and all of a sudden we realize that, like you said, people are human. People make mistakes, right? And I think too, no one wants to be the butt of those jokes or like the recipient of those mistakes.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that you don't want to be harmed. You don't want to be
Yeah.
that person that like people laughing at on social media.
Like no one wants to be that person. But regardless of it,
That's sad. That's really, really
It is very
sad.
the sad thing about life is that if you want to
Chanel.
have like a open and honest and genuine like connection, you're putting yourself in a place to be hurt or to be wronged or
Yeah,
to
I
be
don't like feeling
treated,
vulnerable.
You know? See,
I
so
don't
you
like
gotta
it.
be vulnerable
No.
regardless.
That wants to be can't
I have a lot of
compromise.
friends who find difficulty in having that measure of vulnerability. It's kind of like
Can't happen. Can't work.
it's a wall that they don't realize they have.
Oh, I know that the wall is there and I'm going to keep it up.
She's painting the wall, sir.
Yeah.
And she's
You
keeping
know
the
that
wall.
wall that Trump wanted? That is the wall that I'm referring to.
But the thing is, as much as you put that wall, the reality is that once the right person that you think for you right now comes along, and time, given time, because a lot of people
Yeah,
say
given time.
it takes time, and it does. That wall is gonna come, no bits for bits, or that man might knock on that wall. So you know, man, or
Or you might build like 3 or 4
facts,
more.
you know,
Really.
and just jump over. So I feel like everybody's talking about having a wall till you really have that one conversation that just opens the opportunity to claim it, break it down, and that opportunity happens regardless. It could be a conversation in the car at 3 o'clock in the morning about life. You understand?
feel me? It
could be-
Conversation.
You understand? It
And
could
you
be-
start
it could be
breaking
sex.
down.
It could be after
You hold
sex.
you say, I love you.
You understand?
That's where it starts, you know.
It could be after sex, and like, no, I'm talking. It's like, it comes regardless.
Now that he mentioned that, there's actually, well, I will skip a few questions, but he mentioned it. Is there like a time attached to not just getting into a relationship, but how long it takes you to become comfortable with some person you're interested in? Because
Case
your
by case
person,
basis.
It depends on person, honestly, because I was speaking from experience. I was talking to this man for like 6 months, and in a shorter space of time, the guy you're talking to now has gotten me to trust him in like a matter of 2 months, and it took me like 6-7 months to develop that trust. Yeah, okay, but then again,
Some connections. are
your
just
intuition is just where. Listen to me,
Exactly.
people. Trust your intuition. You understand? Trust your intuition.
There's some people
There's
that
a
just-
reason it took so long.
There's some people that just mesh well together. Just mesh well
Exactly.
with you.
Exactly.
I do think that people just we all have like contrasting personalities, but some of us have complementing personalities. And if you can find a person who complements you, like that connection will be built faster for sure.
Yep.
I don't believe it's a short time either, or like a certain amount of time you need to take.
The food is
yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
the
good
food
here.
is- The food is really good for real.
You got something to say about that? Right, woman?
Oh,
Let's what's the question? Like y'all said, the food.
Is there like a time limit attached to it? Well, not just getting into a relationship, like, you know, oh, y'all are talking for 10 months, y'all should be together, but you know, y'all should make it official. But is there like a
Put a
time limit
schedule
attached to
from-
how comfortable or how long it takes you to become comfortable and like trusting in the person you're talking to?
I honestly think it has to do with the individuals involved, because the people you would see they're talking for a month and then they're married all of a sudden. People who've been together 5 years and then they get married. It honestly has to do with the people involved and their stories. because you could be with someone while talking to someone, but then there may be things stopping you from making it official. For example, you could have some terrible mental health issues, and this girl is like, you know, maybe get some therapy. You know, we could. Why y'all laughing?
No.
Mental health is serious,
When
guys.
you get therapy, maybe we could get into this, you know, because personally I've been there, and we wasn't doing anything unless you seek help. So yeah.
Really depends on the
I also feel like even though it takes time, you have to keep in consideration that as much as your partner will sit and will wait for you, they're still human. You understand? So even though there's not a time limit, there's something that still has to give. You know, it might not be a full relationship, but it might be, like some people have this, you know, the I love you word or stuff. It depends on what it is. What will it be that will take that person there to know that, well, there's something to look forward to. And I think
You turn off again.
in a relationship, before you even get to that stage, you have to give a person some of the little benefits before. And I'm just talking sex right now. I'm just talking about like benefits. Like if that's company, more time compared to what other people who are acquaintances or close friends get, or what we can offer. So simple stuff like that.
So sis, if you're watching this and you're looking for a sign, if y'all was supposed to be together, y'all be together by now. So
But you can't.
that's the sign.
Oh,
That's the sign.
Chief,
In case you were looking for a sign,
listen, we tell
I'm
that
gonna be that guy.
another thing is everybody don't want relationships, and you gotta respect that.
That's something else too.
No, but I didn't know each other for 4 years before we got together.
True.
That
You
is.
can't put a time limit on this or anything.
You can't.
I was like, you knew him before you started talking like that, or you were
Yeah.
talking like that before, man?
No,
Sorry for 4
we
years.
we did best friends for like 4 years before. He was in a relationship. I don't stepping to nobody relationship.
You don't like dipping your toe.
No, not even that, because they had relationships I think between two.
Listen, Ray,
So-
now that she
Hey,
said
dip
that,
my toe, bro.
I
now that she said
know
that,
overstep
let me
next
just
our
say,
boundaries.
let me just say,
Put my toe on the line. Put my toe on the line. You
But
feel
he
me?
also does not believe in ending a relationship to go with somebody else, because that is set to failure.
Bad
So,
Exactly.
precedent.
like, we did
How you get them is how you lose them.
Exactly. But like long after like both of your
I just
relationships
hope
and
that
things
certain
done,
people watch this video. That's all of it.
that's when we decide, well, we try your thing and
You.
it works out.
That's what my
And here
top
4 years later, here we are.
But there.
Right, guys, so the next question. If you look at yourself as individuals, right? What are some of the things that you consider to be non-negotiable? And what would you consider to be good boundaries? So first, non-negotiable, things that when you go into a relationship are just, they're not up for discussion. They're like mandatory or prerequisite for you, like if you to find in some person.
Carmen, I mean,
What do you say?
that was a joke.
What did you say?
I was
She
Say-
said, Carmen.
say it a little louder.
Testing.
A little loud.
Shanae Blackman, president of the BSA, vice president of the social sciences faculty, said, Carmen, that is non-negotiable, guys. Okay? Testing. 1, 2.
That was a joke.
Say it with your chest. If you're going to say something, say it with
It was a joke.
full chest.
Honestly,
But,
you just can't be boring. Like, I want a person I can talk with. You would like decide to talk to a person, like they can't have a conversation. That's a deal breaker for me. Like if I'm talking to you and like you just can't like carry a conversation,
There's no stuff.
there's nothing. Also too, it can't be like a 2D relationship. I just can't like you because like you look good and that's it. That's also something.
Okay. So he don't like no puddle mind. I was about to say be
You.
he don't like no puddle minded women. Excuse me, women.
And it doesn't have to be like a deep conversation every time we talk, but like at least talk to me, you know? Also two people who can't compromise. Because I know I like a lot of physical affection, and if you can't compromise for that, it doesn't make sense. Because I can be annoyed most of the time because I want love ups and you can't give me that. So what's the sense of me dating you? Don't make sense.
Because you don't get what you want.
Simple. Doesn't make sense.
For me, it would have to be the ability to share emotions. You don't have to be the most emotional person, but be able to tell me, oh, this is going on. Or be able to
Totally agree.
take to take my moment. So you don't have to be there 24/7 because I know that I am a crybaby. But just be able to share emotions. Don't be wrong.
I just want emotional literacy.
You gotta be emotionally available. Emotionally available is a big thing. I feel like it's easy to be there, but it's harder to be there for me in the way that I want to. And so being there emotionally available, being there in an emotional standpoint, a mental standpoint is a must. And also being able to stimulate my mind.
Say that one a little louder so people don't get confused.
Being able to stimulate my mind.
Okay.
Aside from just sexual, sexual stuff. Basically.
It's necessary.
Well, choking for you, Alfredo.
No, I ain't choking for my. I'm fine, my dear. I'm fine.
I hear you.
What else is a deal breaker?
What's the non-negotiable for you, babe?
Honestly, at this point, everything is just muddled together. Maybe when he sit down long, it's just like, if you do say that piss me off, we can sit down, we can talk about it, and work it out.
That's something to be able to talk about like problems.
Like communication. That is my non-negotiable. Open communication. 1 and 2. Decorum. Listen to me. If you can't talk and look properly, see me and left me. And another thing is, if you see me, I had a situation where somebody that I was speaking to, why you always gotta wear makeup, why you nails always gotta be do, you know that like sometimes you could just left out the toes. Listen, if you come and find me with hairdo, nails do, makeup on, left me with hairdo, nails do, makeup on. You understand
Something
me?
to
Leave me alone.
a person who's just controlled by their friends and don't have a mind of their own.
Ooh.
That boy, ooh.
Listen. When you're talking to me, you're talking to me. You ain't talking to her. You're talking to her. I don't deal with that.
Especially when their friends are single too.
Yes. Exactly.
Well, my friends told me that this is the best advice to get. They've been
Let's talk
single for
about
how long?
friends who are exes.
Oh, that's a no. No.
Translation got you in a headlock, boy.
Yeah. Headlock, short hair, everything.
Like best friends who are.
No.
Oh, well, that's a definite
No.
I'm confused.
So you and this person were together. Y'all broke up. But they are forever your confidant.
no.
Wrong.
No.
Start wrong.
Bad friend, your best friend goes to audition.
No. Don't find a new best friend. Don't find a new best friend. Find a new girlfriend. Because I'm leaving.
She is out.
Goodbye.
Honestly, it depends on the situation because I don't think that every single situation is gonna be like that.
No. Taekwon, you ain't hear the situation. What happened was she said.
What happened was.
No, let's be realistic here, right? There is no way. Listen, so my face is nervous, but like, there is no way that you got into a relationship with somebody, right? Y'all broke up for a specific reason, and you get with me, but you are still confiding, like telling her all of our business. That's a no.
That's
You
valid.
go vent to somebody about me, vent to me though.
Tell me
Well,
that exactly open communication is
Yes
what
and
I
no.
want.
Because you still need to have a person there. Hopefully not that person. You still need a person that you can vent that's not your.
Yeah, but here's my thing.
If you vent it to them and not me, then the problem still exists. They escalate.
Because sometimes someone get mad and message you and be like, yo, big man, I gotta go to this girl, big man. Yo, boy.
I can be real. I agree with that. That's a no, dog. Because you can't deal with that as a man. Listen, you dealing with this. You dealing with this girl. She actually says she best friend.
Nah.
Oh, you can feel what? It's a no for me.
It's a no for me too, but
But how you gonna so
I'm just playing devil's advocate here, okay?
It ain't gonna work.
Because
Just
at the
playing
end of the
devil's
day, I still
advocate.
remember how she feel in terms of like he know what to tell, she know what to say. Or then that man could tell she look that man beautiful.
You know, if that was me, I wouldn't be treating you like that.
Still have
And that time when they done already now.
like,
Yeah, that's always the
even
point
though
too.
the access has been denied on an official level,
They still got
some sort of
emotional,
emotional
mental,
access there. Correct.
social, all sorts of things. That's a problem. No.
And that's why it's so easy for persons to
Go be in a
revert,
relationship
to go
with her,
back to
please.
their former
Confidant.
Yeah, because it's like that access, that level of access has not been emotionally denied. It's just been denied as okay, we're not together anymore. But it's not emotionally denied, mentally denied,
It depends on the time. Also too, because if y'all date like 4 years ago, and y'all just become friends again, like, there's a lot of things you gotta think.
Yeah, a lot of things happen in 4 years.
If like you just break up with she, like that's kind of like,
That's your ex before
also
me.
too, right? That's
Problem.
a big like deal breaker for me. If I start talking to somebody and I realize there's a person that you were dating or trying to date who's still in your life, I'm gonna just like paddle paddle, because I ain't gonna get hurt again.
I'm a
I
head
ain't gonna
out.
die like, you know.
You see the again? I feel that. So,
We can just, we can just.
Yeah, listen,
can
watch Taekwon's YouTube channel, and you will see why Taekwon says the things that he says.
Yeah.
And like, on subject
Trust
of
issues
best
got me in
friends,
the-
that's based on things when you got a best friend of the opposite sex. It is also be a funny thing. Because if you as a man or female best friend and you venting to she all the time and you talking to she all the time, you just feel a sorry way.
Understand.
And they can imagine it feel the same way, vice versa.
Yeah, but look at, alright, I'm not gonna be very real about this. Look at Barbados and look at how we see the best friend mentality in there. Now, let me see it on a, let me see it in the 100%, let me say at least 20% when it comes to the opposite sex of best friend, actually go about it as, you know, platonic, you know, actual best friends.
Yeah, that's all you. I
But
don't have a
the
problem with that.
beauty really be both. That actual best friend is really the title that you give for some people, for most in Barbados, it's the title that you give so that it doesn't come off as so serious as a girlfriend or boyfriend. You know how much best friends I know that have sex?
That's valid.
You
That's
understand?
awful.
I mean,
Y'all is
in my history,
awful.
I awful.
I've been on that path. Listen, I've been on that road when I was younger. That's the truth. That's when me and this best friend thing. You know, it depends.
How we paved the road, bro. We paved the road.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, guys, that does not, you know, my content is actually very, you know, real. But I'm an experienced man.
I've had
Antonio Medford 2020, guys. Quote him.
Honestly, that's things you can't allow. You
I
say
was
something.
talking to tell me that he was sexting with this girl, and I've had the young man tell me, no, that's just our friendship.
Banter.
When you getting jealous, me, that's just the banter, bro.
Having a level of intimacy
That's
with
just
your
the
best
banter,
friend that
bro.
you should be having with your girlfriend.
You
should
banter
not have
with
that
her,
same
and I'ma
level of
block you.
I believe there's some things that are
Especially
just
to that
reserved.
extent. Exactly.
There's just some things that are reserved for that type of relationship, especially intimacy.
True. And I get jealous, so like, that's how you know. Can't be dealing with
Who
that.
do you think gets jealous more? This is
Me.
very controversial.
Men.
I mean, men or
Men.
women?
Men.
I feel like
Men.
men.
Me.
Right.
That's the tweet.
All right, so that's a
That's
all
the
right.
Men.
Okay. We
I think
reach
women-
forum. It's
women
men,
are-
correct?
Women will show it. Women will show it. But y'all can sit down and that's
Men
that.
just catch feelings.
Y'all
All right, and whenever you're done,
I think too, know, like, how y'all do it is a different way. So like a man is gonna be openly and outright about it. Y'all gonna be like, oh, that's your little friend. That's what y'all say.
You know,
Let's
friend.
go.
That's your little friend.
Your little friend.
That's all your little friend. That's fine.
That
The thing is
passive aggra-
50-50.
or that's it,
But women are just more passive aggressive with it. That's why.
Not necessarily. I feel as though men, although they might not say it, and although they might not be upfront with it,
Men are usually
Men-
up front with it. That's why.
let me tell you something, right? No, they're not. And let me tell you something, they might be like, I don't get jealous, yada, 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 yada. I don't even listen. Where a man tell me that you don't get jealous, right? Because there is something in biology states that they got something in a man, every male species, that says it clicks off, I gotta protect my own. You understand me? Every male species, from ants to whales to dolphins to men.
So you're
You
trying to say
understand?
that dolphins get jealous? Ants get jealous?
Quote.
I am saying that there is something.
I can
If you
look
have,
at
if you have, but you got to. I'm saying that in every male species, there is something that clicks off in the brain that goes, I gotta protect my own. You understand? Whether it's a family, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's his mother.
Psychology and social norms will back that up.
Period. This is personality theory speaking. This is social psychology speaking. Like, this is biology and psychology, babe.
You shouldn't.
What I'm saying is, there is something that goes off and says, I gotta get possessive now. You understand? I know a man can't tell me that he's gonna get jealous. So you know it though.
Can't tell me that either.
No man can't tell me that either.
That's what I'm actually that up front. Because that's it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't get jealous, I
And then men they
disappear.
say they're not jealous, right?
That is a part
You
of
watch
jealousy.
your status,
You
like,
get jealous, then
So-
you disappear.
So,
and then like in the disappearing app, when you watch your status, it's always something hard, like coming at men, like just like like
Nah,
like they
don't do
just
that.
want to fight men on their side.
Exactly.
You mean those passive
Exactly.
aggressive
You know, sometimes it's be the when the jealous is come and post. You know what? It's best I leave. I ain't appreciate it yet. I go where I
Nah,
don't
nah,
appreciate
I
it.
didn't.
No, not for relationships. Not for relationships.
though. I ain't that type
Not
of
for
body.
relationships.
But I see your statuses. I know you're not that type of
Nah,
person.
but you can't be no. You can't be. You need
I'll
to know
use
that
that
opinion is
as
a
an
solid rock.
Uh-huh.
You know if that opinion
Me
is
and
rock,
you
right?
ain't something.
No, not
You
for
jealous
real
of
people,
somebody
not
that
for
dealing
real
with,
people,
right?
just, you know.
This is not for real. This is not for real, by the way.
Listen, you sit down, behave yourself.
Me and you in a relationship. Nah, yeah. I told no. Me and you in a relationship. Me and you just talking. I told her another woman.
What?
Oh,
Wait,
You're talking to me. Alright. No, it's hypothetical.
That's another thing that isn't really
If you're talking to me,
problems.
Right, you
Maybe talking.
Be dating and be
Talking
talking.
Listen.
but why you can't date multiple people at one time? In fact, no.
We
Actually,
can
make your
get
point.
to
Make your
that.
point. Make your point.
We're gonna get to that question.
Make your point.
And me and you realize I talked to another woman. You asked me, you know what was this vibe, all that. You said, you know what, this ain't for me. How much bets that I could go on Twitter and I could see a tweet?
Twitter for sure.
You know it's not that you could say indirect to that.
but it could be direct to the
No,
man.
no. When
Shit about
I
you.
tweet, I tweet my whole chest. I said what I said. Nobody can
But
force
no,
me to
you
delete
will
it.
say, but you will say what you will say. You
So-
don't act me in it. Well, then again, I don't know.
It is destiny.
She's a
It is
different
destiny.
level.
I need somebody else.
Different level.
You need somebody else.
Destiny has no chill. Destiny
She's a different
type
level.
of tweet and send it to your DM. Destiny, I'm like, she's gone.
I will at you and then I will send it to you. And if you
Screenshot
ain't
it and
see
put
it,
it in your Instagram story.
Either way, what I was saying is that you will know when a woman leaving or when a woman.
And she ain't there anymore.
You know, it's like a man will go to a PS4 party.
Yeah, boys. Yeah, yeah, boys. Back here again with the podcast. So what did she do today?
Secret.
What did she do today? PSN. No, if
we
you
got your PS4.
if y'all are in the PSN chat like at like 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all can hear something. Y'all can hear men being vulnerable to like maybe venting.
Get a little more, they'll probably start to cry. Like, it's just,
Hear me going off about women, dog. The whole thing.
But I feel women catching on too because I remember like 2 days ago I was me and my girl we good enough. But she wake up around like 4 something and say, "What you up? Oh man, I here playing game." I told everything all right. Everything good. You sure? I do anything? You do anything? I said, yeah, good dog. She said, man, you know how y'all just go and start talking in that chat. Just your feelings and things.
that's why we gotta get PS5, man. That's why we gotta get the PS5.
That's what so much women talk about. They want to buy a man a PS5. B. They're just trying to get in.
No,
You feel me?
listen.
Just trying to get in.
That's a control tactic here. If a woman buy you a PS5 and you piss her off, and she tell you, listen, pack up that my PS5, come, bring
Money
it,
by that.
bring it, my money by that.
Mine and myself.
No, like you said that, right? I
So
saw
see all the women that get PS5s, when wanna open it, understand that your PS5, that's her PS5. So when she tell you get up and get off, get up and get off before you get mad shame here.
No, that you said that, right? There was just a meme.
Part of my controller.
There's this meme that I saw, right? It's like the girl messaged him and was like, "Hey babe, I brought your PS5 by accident." And then what followed was an hour and 5-minute long voice note from this guy because she brought the PS5. That's just a sign to ladies.
Because that's
Do not play around your man's PS5.
because that's free therapy.
They were saying me. I gotta talk to my boys. That's my serious place. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Hey, don't
PSN
make me
party.
sick. We.
He mentioned something there that I want to. And speaking about access and like friends and all that stuff, you know, best friends and stuff. But this one is on a different tangent. This question asks, do parents and friends really respect your relationship? And do they have access to your relationship?
No.
Like, do they have a say in your relationship?
No.
Case by case basis. Because to be honest, there are people.
Do you find like that's common in Barbados or no?
It's nah. To be honest, it's very common because they got a lot of girls that got bird brains in Barbados. Men too, both of them. They literally allow their friends or their parents or their family to get into their head. To be honest, like some of them is not even them talking; it's their friends talking. And I understand you need to have a person who's like separate from the situation to get like an objective view of things. But that should be taken with a grain of salt. You shouldn't be like, yeah, this person's view is gold. You can't be like that. And I realized you say something. And I realize in Barbados, like a lot of people is always like, yeah, my friends either don't approve or my friends saying this or saying that. How can you allow your friend to tell you who's attractive or not? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like
Continue.
man, it's your job as a man and a woman, or whoever you're dating, that for you to state the fact that you have to respect my relationship. Right?
Exactly.
Because the reality is, you can hear this, you can do this, all that. But if you don't respect a relationship, you can't be in someone's life. You understand? There's levels and boundaries and shit. And a lot of people feel like they can step over it. That's why I can't tell when I see, friends saying, well, I ain't got that in my life at all. But I see some people that I know outside that have relationships, and they allow people to just help into it, and then it's a whole big turmoil thing. Mind you, and people outside living good, But you and your partner fighting bad, and you're going to sleep angry and all that because you didn't be straightforward and say, look, you gotta respect my relationship, you gotta have an opinion, and you gotta respect it. And I feel like that's something that we should always put up front because you don't want the case where your family know about everything going on. And you and your partner, you forgive your partner, but you bring your partner to the cookout and everybody vexed at the partner. But then they know that both of y'all good. You understand?
True.
So it's really about being careful what you tell people and also putting out your boundaries and standards for friends when it comes to your relationship.
I totally agree. And let me tell you something. When I ever hear about let me word this very, very carefully because words, people, words.
She was this close to getting canceled just now. Like, 2 more words and I would say.
You can't cancel me. Let me just put that out there because I ain't there. It's a waste of, and they gonna stand me behind it. You know, people is get canceled when they try to apologize. So what they say? No apologize. Say we apologize. But have you ever heard about ex-significant others and family actually trying to sabotage your current relationship or manipulate it? Because say your mother, I'm dating you, and my mother, listen.
Like the previous one more than like you are trying to
Yes. So because I'm not your cup of tea, but I'm more suited for your son. It's like I don't like this. So therefore, and that stems back to the closeness that your ex, who is your best friend, they have with your parents. I'm not privy to certain information. I don't know who your mom is. I don't know who your dad is. I don't know the relationship y'all have with them. So me going in there blinding your ex just there at the cookout. First of all, she there.
Why you
here?
I didn't know.
Nah.
Then you don't know, but you're trying to play off.
Yeah, that is foolishness.
What do you do
understand me?
here?
So what y'all was doing in that sort of situation?
Honestly, you can't do that. She there already. What you gonna do? You said she go home?
Yeah, it's about time you take your tail.
You can't do anything.
Where are you here?
In that
Listen, I can get the
situation,
bread, I can get it and leave.
in that situation, I think the person who family is there, who you're dating, is either you leave or you literally stay with your person's significant other. Because you ain't gonna want to be rude, to be honest. I know you would be rude. But the person may not want to be rude.
I
So
ain't
just
gonna be
stay with your
rude.
person.
Listen, let me tell you something, right?
Awkward and uncomfortable,
That's true. So it's either you leave or stay with your girl. Simple.
Passive aggressive destiny is way worse than vocal destiny. You understand me? Trust me, you want me to tell you what the problem is. You want me to tell you what the problem is.
That's understandable.
Because, no, but I honestly do believe that sometimes if you get people too involved too quickly with your family, that does create a lot of problems, right? So I am a little hesitant because I'm bona fide daddy's girl, right? So if you're serious, I bring you home. You will never meet my family.
No, that you said that, right? Like I have, this is not like both friends, but I have generally a lot of female friends.
I was gonna get to that. We'll continue. You can talk
Okay, so I may or may not have a preference. I may or may not have a preference, right? So I believe by now my parents and family members would, sort of know of my preference. Because you can see the trend in literally most of
The
my
girlfriends,
not girlfriends, friend
friends,
circles. Let me just make that clear. So what I found is that whenever something is becoming serious, it's never on my list. It's like never on my list. So like if my list is like, and I can get to my point now, but just saying this, if my list is like, I like someone who's tall, like skin, XYZ, it's always the opposite. So I always be serious with some person who's short, just totally different. But that's just about it. Don't get scared, ladies.
Come here.
But when you have, well, for me, having a lot of female friends, family members tend to believe that when they see you with a particular female friend, oh, that's probably their new girlfriend. So they become mentally attached to that person. If they see them, they're automatically going to think, okay, that is probably going to be my future daughter-in-law. And it's just like,
Don't get attached, honey.
they're just my friend. Like,
Don't get
I was out last night, and I introduced some friends of mine to my parents because we're all their friends. And when I got in the car, when we had left and stuff, one of them asked me, so which of them is my girlfriend? And I'm like, we're just friends. And I think that when you, not just when parents, when you allow persons to meet your family members too early, but when you when you aren't necessarily strict with your family members about, this is my friend, you need to understand that me and this person are not involved, because then you can go somewhere and persons will be like, wait, I thought you and such were doing something, and then we need to find out how they would have got to that conclusion. It's through family. So being able to manage how you associate with your family and your person is a huge thing. And even if not your person, it could just be a friend. For all you know, I could literally let Shanu meet my mom as BSA's president because I serve BSA. And in the back of my mom's head, she would be thinking, he probably likes this girl, or this girl is probably his girlfriend. So yeah.
But I don't mean again, avoid it till you cook out name.
Honestly, too, I was thinking about that. Not recently, but I was talking to a person and she was like, for a person to date me, they can't be a person who's like insecure. Because I have a lot of beautiful women around me. I'll admit that. Not saying I'm Mr. Bitches or anything, but like, as a creator, you feel me? Like, I got a lot of good looking women around me. And same thing, my family assumes as soon as I bring one around them, that all of a sudden that's my girl, And it's that mental attachment that kind of makes everything weird too, because there was a point in time, and I know I have a family member, she's kind of old, but I had a girl I was talking to prior, and she called my girlfriend her name. So like, let's just say the girl was talking to before, her name was Abby. She was like, nice to meet you again, Abby. And I was like, that's not Abby. That's like a different girl you just called her. And she was like, she just called me thing. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And she was mad at me, but like, I can't do anything. You feel me? That's a little, so that mental association becoming a problem, honestly.
Now that we've discussed that, it was brought up earlier, and I think we brought up some things in the first discussion, in the first question that filter into the other question. This question is, how does dating, traditional dating, differ here than let's say in the US? Because I remember you spoke about why is it normalized that we can date multiple people at one time. Do you find that's common here? Because if you tell someone you're dating more than one person, they may automatically think they're being horny.
I think it's just
we mix up dating with a relationship alone. Courting. You understand?
Correct.
Because if you're courting, you're exclusive.
Yeah.
And I realize like our generation, we don't really date. We like find a person that we kind of focus on that person. You don't really like say, all right, well, I can go on different dates with people. We don't really do that. And I get it. It's because like social media makes everything so fast right now. Literally, you don't gotta go out and get to know a person. Literally, by 2 conversations on your phone, you know this person.
I'm gonna raise my hand and
So,
I'm gonna
like,
because I got some things
seriously.
to say.
Go right ahead, Destiny.
You understand? As it relates to dating, let me tell you something. You cannot look at dating in the Caribbean or dating in Barbados the same way that you look at dating in the US or wherever. Reason being, right? You would say, oh, but I don't know her. You understand? Like, you meet somebody on social media, you go, oh, I don't know her, I don't know him, right? And then as soon as the person pull up, you be like, wait, you and so friend. You understand? Because
it's
so small.
Exactly, right? And
so
it's like
family.
you go into.
What?
I've never done that, but I've heard about it being done, right? But I've heard about people, they were dating people, having a relationship with them, and then show up at the same family reunion.
Like, please show me all your friends first. I need to see the whole group.
I don't need to see all of that. I'm not interested. One. And 2, oh Jesus. As it relates to, sorry. You know, so like first of all, if you're dating, like say you in Texas and you find somebody in Missouri, one in first of all, it's two very very different places, right? And like the space in between them is so much. So chances are you're gonna know them, or chances are if it's a family member, it's like a really far family member. So we don't have those types of problems.
Barbados
That's
now.
one, right? So then people will say like Barbadian relationships would move fast if we are comparing them to the ones in the US. And the reason being, you already know the person. You already got a basic foundation that people go, oh, tell me about you on the first date. You already got that because you so and so friend and they done do my research and stuff, but you know about you. I could go down. Furthermore, if I start talking to somebody today, I guarantee that if I walk around Warrens
Correct.
and I ask around,
You're right.
at least 3 people get know you.
You're right.
3. You understand?
You're right.
So you can't compare them in terms of the rate at which they move at, and you can't say that dating is the same way. That's the pro about it. The relationship progresses quickly because you basically know each other already. The bad thing about it is that if you're dating somebody, you understand? So much people know you and know who you date, and be like, well, you're not supposed to be talking to so and so. You understand me? And although it might not be anything serious, and although so and so must be dating somebody else, then all of a sudden it's a, you know that girl that you was talking to last week, but she don't give it. You understand? So it's a, you know, you got advantages and then you got disadvantages.
Exactly.
Just let people get to know people, and then when you make the decision to be exclusive, and that's another thing, man. If you want exclusivity, ask for it. Don't assume. I'm not saying that I did. Yeah, ladies, if you want exclusivity, don't tell the man, oh, I just want to have fun just because he wants. Just because he want to have fun, and you say, no, but I like this too. Don't do that, because then you send mixed signals from the beginning, and then you just get upset when the man don't want a serious relationship with you. He told you up front he don't want no serious relationship. Don't play toes. Go find somebody that wants the same thing as you.
True.
Don't play toe, and we just having fun, and then 2 months later you resentful because he doing the same thing with about 2-3 people. You understand?
I think people like beat around the bush too much. And when you beat around the bush, we just end up in the bush.
In the bush.
We're
back to the whole like insecure thing. If a person was insecure dates me, let's go say this. I want to say never, but like honestly, you can feel as though you're the only person I am looking at, because that's naturally me. I'm gonna reassure you so that you wouldn't feel that. But the person was telling me it wouldn't be best. But anyway, just gotta make sure I state that first. But secondly, have you ever anyone here, have you been dating a person, right? And then they try to, in a way, use their body to get a relationship out of you? Ever experienced that?
No.
No, I have.
I have experienced that too. It's a very weird, I don't know what it is. Like you would tell them, like, yo, I'm not really about a relationship. But they would still progress. And then they would assume that because y'all are doing stuff that is a relationship, or that's what you want. And I really, what's you saying?
No, I had a situation way back when me and this girl, we were like dating and stuff like that. But from the get-go, both of us said that we don't want a relationship. And we were just dating and stuff like that. And if we decide to court officially, be exclusive, we would speak on that. From the beginning, I had thought that was what it was. And, she probably had her fingers crossed. Because I hate thinking that everything good. I wasn't dating anybody else or anything like that. But then
But you wasn't about it.
Yeah, I wasn't about it. But then when we, when it got into the sexual activity, I realized that she had this whole thing, like this whole vision,
where
like,
this is going.
We are this.
She want to come over and clean and leave a toothbrush.
Yeah, people
leave a few tampons in the top drawer.
believe that both sex itself should have a grasp on some person, to the point where even if you don't want me in a relationship, if I put it on you, you gonna change your mind.
Put it on you.
I've
Put it on you.
I've heard
Put it
persons
on
say
you.
that. I've heard persons say that.
That is foolish.
When you experience this, you can change your mind. You may not want a relationship, no. But you just not experience this.
And I know people who that has happened to them as they never start. And I guess, I don't know if it's because they just got comfortable or what, but they were like, yeah, I guess that's how we started, how we became a thing.
I have never heard so much foolishness in my life.
And you led all these lines in the beginning. stop trying to color outside the lines, stay within the lines and say it's not a relationship, you just doing XYZ. You got your hopes, but don't try to push your hopes and expectations on the other person. We already established that.
It's
We
like
just
a
having fun,
business.
we just kicking it. No.
It's like a business agreement because like you can still renegotiate those terms, right?
Yeah.
Because I do understand when a
Yeah.
person gets comfortable or gets intimate with a person, feelings may appear. You never know, things
Right, I
happen.
understand that,
But,
but
like,
talk about it, don't go about telling
exactly.
people that
Renegotiate.
I don't like surprises and I do not like being blindsided. Be honest with me in the beginning. If things change, be honest with me about that. If you are not honest, I'm going to tell myself, okay, he's trying to lie to me because a lie by omission is still a lie.
True.
You understand me? So then I can just write you off afterwards. And don't try to be tricking me into no relationship. Don't be telling other people, oh, I thought of she, or that sort of thing, or trying to claim me and be possessive when you know that it's not that type of situation. I don't like that. Or that when you're trying to crack my stuff, telling me where I can go and where I can't go, one, and to who I can talk to and who I cannot talk to. Don't do that.
Crazy.
Don't do that. And don't, that's another thing with me.
I like by omission means that I forget. Though.
They
I know we
would,
talk-
no,
I
no.
forget.
Men would be okay in the beginning with it, like the little playing around and things, so they'll be fine. You understand? And then, let's say they find out that you're talking to somebody, right? They will be like, I don't want that, right? And then, all of a sudden, it's get real double standard. You understand? That is my problem.
If we get exclusive on both ends. Can't be
Exactly.
Can't be one
Don't
end,
ask
bro.
me for something that you're not willing to give. That is why people is be like, oh, and that is where the whole tricking people into a relationship thing comes in. Don't do that. Just tell them that you want a relationship. If it's a no, it's a no. If it's a yeah, it's a yeah. You understand? But don't try to claim them when they're in the
Don't worry.
situation. Because then I can get upset.
Yeah,
I guess
she
I'll
would
talk
get
to you.
upset. She would get
Talk to
upset.
you. Don't claim me. Don't be possessive over. If you know that you out here so telling girls that you single, and then telling people that is you girl.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I saw that.
yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, sure enough, they get 2 hours, right?
I saw that.
I think we discuss a lot here, like a lot.
Mm.
And I think that these type of conversations need to be normalized because they could crash out a lot of issues that persons may have when it comes to these sort of things.
Exactly,
One
guys.
last-
Open
Just
communication.
one last question.
Mhm.
Where do you see dating relationships in Barbados going? With how social media is going, all these different things going on in the world, where do you see dating relationships or the dating culture in Barbados?
To hell in a handbasket full of STDs.
The way in your man is silent.
Because the whole side man, side woman thing getting normalized a bit too much. People having open relationships that they know open and all sorts of things. That's how diseases is spread. And I am with my line of I am very cautious. I'm very scared of catching something.
No.
But this whole, but I talking to them and I talking to that body and then that body is also talking to 2 other people and that's some shit that's spread.
I also feel in the whole soul too, we don't have a lot of role models when it comes to
That as well.
stuff like that. So like, for example,
speak
a
for
lot of
yourself.
us, fair enough. But for like the majority is, a single parent household.
Yeah.
And then, you have a different man, a
Yes,
different
sir.
woman coming in and out. And you ask yourself, well, this is how it is then.
Yeah, this is
It's
normal.
a temporary situation all
And
the
that
time,
can
not a
shape your
permanent thing.
mentality to worry about.
And even with relationships like marriage and stuff like that, when you see that there's no communication or no comprehension, you go to be like, well, that's what we're about it. So I think it starts
In the household.
Yeah, in the household as well in terms of role models. Like, for real. So if we could, I think it's us that gonna change that. That's the truth. Gonna change it eventually. Because right now we ain't really the future, we're really the present. That's the truth. So I guess for us, we just gotta go about it a way where we do it in our own individual way, but the right way for us. But hopefully, the right way for us is educational and safe for the ones that will see us. Going forward.
And more open, candid conversations.
Yeah.
Because it's like, people always to be hiding this and hiding that.
Yeah.
That conversation for when you get older, but when you get older, you done in these situations, done in hotter,
Yeah.
and you know,
Hearing
getting the
it.
advice that you should have get beforehand.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel as though we need to focus on education, 1, 2, make exclusivity and dating two different things and start meshing them together. That calls for a lot of communication. And 3, stop with this struggle of foolishness.
You sorry, what?
Struggle love.
love?
Because you love me, you gonna put up with the parade of hoes that I bring in front of you. Because you love me, you gonna deal with somebody calling you at 2 o'clock saying that you car park out at the airport. We doing at the airport.
Wait,
Like,
a little too specific here.
You know at the airport.
what?
Anybody that working at GIA just want to check to make sure that they aren't all at the airport.
But I'm saying that that's the reality of the situation. Stop with the struggle love and stop telling yourself that a woman can't love you unless she puts up with every bit of your
These
crap.
things aren't supposed to be hard.
You understand me? I feel as though a good woman is supposed to enhance what you already have, right? Like, even if she gotta help you financially a little bit, right? Like, if she gotta help you financially a
I
little bit.
have a question for you though.
there
Like,
is
sorry
like-
to cut you off.
That's alright, man.
But like, in terms of your relationship, if you're living with a man, do you think it's supposed to be 50-50?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Just asking.
Because I don't work and it's
Do you think it's supposed to be 50-50? You living with a person?
Buy me a lot of gifts and stuff. But that's the thing. He don't like the touchy-feely thing, but he like gifts. But
That is how he
work.
receives love.
So, yeah.
So he giving it to you how
I
he
can't
receives it.
But like, I feel the type of way 'cause I can't spoil you either because I don't work. You be like, man, when you making big money, then but I still feel
Sweet.
I feel like
That's cute.
50-50 is good, but once you have a conversation with your partner, try to explain why you know that I can't do this, y'all should be good. I feel like you just gotta communicate what it is, unless you don't feel insecure, your partner might feel insecure about something.
communication.
Communication.
I want there
That's
to
all.
like cohesive effort to make it work. I honestly believe that a lot of things can be trashed out. Because if persons come into these things open-minded, because persons come into things with walls, and I'm not saying that, you shouldn't have walls.
I ain't taking it down, Nick. Leave me.
But persons come into things with preconceived ideas in their head, and it would stop them from being open to actually performing to the level that they could if they were just, a little more open to, and I'm talking about sex. I mean open to, think changes in general or new things in general. I think that will go a long way in terms of developing good sustainable relationships going forward.
Also, sex and intimacy, two different things.
Agree.
Please let the young
Although
girls know,
your sex can be part of your intimacy.
Yeah, they could go together, but they are not the same thing.
And that's where a lot of people get confused.
Correct.
Because this body giving it up 24/7.
Now you could pop it and you could throw it back and you could sang that thing and still
Thank the what? Thank the what?
What?
you could sang that thing. Right? And then people yeah, I
Sang
talk
that
about
thing, bro.
so when I'm talking about the WAP, I'm talking about how when it's
Nobody from
performing
my
and things
church
too. Hi, Sister Glendine. But honestly, don't be like, and I used to be hearing a lot of women talking about, I got a WAP, I got a trap here.
Listen to me.
They
But
trap.
you?
That's a myth.
Please not Charlie got the ring, but Cardi has the money as well.
Cardi got the IG host too.
Okay, then.
One thing you can't
If
do
she
is
had the
trap
man
me.
that she would still be fine, but will you?
It's true.
Yeah.
Cardi got money.
Another, what words of encouragement or advice would you give to, we're all adults-ish, so young, but what words of advice would you give to persons who are, let's say, 4 years younger than you, who are now beginning to understand the whole concept of a relationship and stuff? Not talking like 9-year-olds or, but
They should be watching this at
16.
9.
yeah, like 16, 17, 15, that, why did it go up, down, and then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, honestly, I know people that say, oh, you got time, this and that, which is true by any day. I think that the relationships that we make, like during our age, like 16 and 17, they have a serious impact on you,
Yeah.
So although you want to say, yeah, like you can have many boyfriends, like girlfriends after that, this and that, just try to find a person that you align with, to be honest, especially when you're at that age. Like, you don't really want to be wasting time with a person or talking to a person that you actually ain't happy with, or you actually don't want to talk to, just because you think you should be
with
with.
a little boyfriend or a little girlfriend, right? But why does everything
Have to be
don't have to
boyfriend
be
and girlfriend.
serious?
Yeah.
Everything don't gotta be like, oh yeah, again ready to march down the aisle, bro.
Yeah.
You 16,
You 16.
just chill. Just chill. That's your time to be having fun. That's your time to have furthermore, right? Like I have changed so much from the time I was 16 that I would consider myself a whole nother person.
Same.
I'm not even the same person I was when I was
Thanks to the
19.
That was just
I'm not
that-
even the same person that I was when I was 19, right? And that's all because of you gotta know yourself and you gotta form your own identity. And those years are very, very crucial to who you are and what is that you are about and what is you want to be your future. Don't make a decision because of a man. You understand me?
Then I break open your leg and your
Don't get to
You
another school
understand me?
because of a
Like I
man.
have no yes. I know people who have
It's not the right decision at
you
all.
understand? Like,
Yes,
oh,
Robert.
I stay on campus because I want to be near to my boyfriend. And then if things don't work out, what you gonna do?
Doesn't
Don't
make
make no
sense.
decision based on no temporary relationship or anything like that. Unless, if it's your husband, fine. But if it's your husband, try and make that decision that is best for you.
Yeah, Antonio.
Oh, I guess what I would say, because everybody made good points, what I would say to this is that, you know, you're young, don't let social media put a cap on your experience, but also be cautious, because at the end of the day, y'all ain't giving no samples are popular, you understand?
Yep.
That's premium meat.
Pretty
You know, for
smart,
both
pretty
men
smart.
and women, you
Pretty
understand?
smart.
But always be open to experiencing, because experience helps form your identity.
Long break, can you walk in both?
Your individuality. So that, and remember, it's you. It's not our relationship. It's not the internet's relationship. It's not your parents' relationships. It's yours. It's who you date and it's who you want. And don't settle. You know, if you feel like you need to experience more, if you feel like
Say that again.
if you feel like you need to experience
no.
more, don't settle.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it,
Don't
Mike.
settle.
Say it, Mike. Say it,
Don't
Mike.
settle.
Right. They can hear you.
Yeah, if you need to experience, and just be careful as you move forward.
I got dick.
I would say, I mean, y'all touched on everything else. So I would say, make sure that you love you first. It
Period.
makes no sense trying to get intimate with anyone. You cannot love someone if you do not love yourself. And as crazy as that may sound, because I'm watching this, but I love you, I just don't like me. Says you cannot
Yeah, you
like him if you do not love yourself.
It's true.
You
Yeah, like if you're
Can't do
gonna
it.
no identity
Can't do it.
outside of a man,
So make
Problem.
sure that you love you first and do not let the pressures around you make you do things. Just because you're pressing on a man and them also taking all the pictures and you by
Wiki.
yourself, that's it.
Stay home and cry.
That's
Oh
it.
my great. Watch some
Someone pray
anime or
over being
something.
single.
Be self-aware and also learn to self-love.
Correct.
Sure.
I got dick.
Alyssa?
Oh.
Got dick. She ready.
Just following off from what the others said,
You got
make sure you know yourself. Do not let especially social media in this day and age, everything gonna be all roses and lilies like how they post. Them turns is be back there.
Facts.
I ain't telling you gonna post all your problems either. But you have to
You can't got relationship problems if you ain't in a relationship.
True. Also, too, if you're 16, try to be friends with people first.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Like,
very, very
make
important.
all the
I
friends,
hate this.
especially if
Oh,
you
but I
use
meet
a
you, so let me get together. I've
Nah.
known you for a month. You don't
Nah.
know me well
Exactly.
enough
try to be friends.
to be in a
Especially-
I
relationship
lived
with
16
me.
years prior to that month that you met me.
You understand?
Especially if you're a guy, be friends with all the girls. All of them. Don't date none of them. Just be friends. All you need to do.
Don't date now.